Hello and welcome to this updated video, shall we call it, on the coronavirus situation and how it is affecting the Formula E calendar. Obviously, a few days ago we had the Rome E-Prix drop off the calendar due to the virus, but it now seems that Paris could also be under threat as the European leg of the championship seems to grow even smaller as the days go by. France have now confirmed over 1,000 cases of coronavirus and that 19 people have died from the virus. In addition, France have now cancelled all events where 1,000 or more people will be in attendance until the 15th of April, and the race is due to be held on the 18th. Also, a number of other cancellations, obviously big in the news. France's Six Nations game against Ireland has been postponed, as well as Paris Saint-Germain's games in the French League have also been called off, and obviously all of those events were due to be held in Paris, so it's not looking good at the moment for the Paris E-Prix, as I said, as the numbers seem to be going up day by day in Europe, and as that continues to happen, you have to be looking at the European races and maybe even some of the races that we've still got around the world that it's just not looking good. Now though, Formula E did come up with a proposal to race in Valencia over the weekend, and it looked like a good idea. Spain only had about 450 cases, which is still quite high. 450 cases of the coronavirus on Sunday, but in 24 hours, between looking at that piece of news yesterday to today, the cases of coronavirus in Spain have more than doubled, and there is now over 1,000 cases of coronavirus and 25 people who have died from the virus. And actually, the first person to die from the virus actually came from Valencia. Obviously, that was back in February, but still, that's quite significant. So it's looking like now that could fall through because of the coronavirus continuing to increase. Also, if the race went ahead, it would have to be behind closed doors, because at the moment the Spanish government are playing all sporting fixtures behind closed doors. Although that could change by by next month. But for example, Valencia, they're playing their Champions League game tomorrow. Well, at the time of recording this, it would be tomorrow, but it probably would have already have happened. So it would be at an empty stadium, and that's in Valencia. So if you're not expecting any people to attend, which I suppose then for the circuit itself, it doesn't really make any money. So it looks like Formula E, though, really and truly, I can't, if Spain's coronavirus, especially over the next few days, continue to increase, not maybe at the rate that it's increased, otherwise that would be considerably concerning, but if it does continue to increase, there's no way Formula E could be looking to replace Rome with Valencia. And it looks like that we'll be having another huge gap of another like 8 to 10 weeks until maybe Berlin on the 21st of June. But, even Germany, they've recorded over 1,000 cases. But hopefully by June, things will have died down a little bit and things might have calmed down. But it will make things really interesting to see what Formula E will do now. And obviously, it's affecting a lot of other motorsports as well, because obviously Formula 1 with China, and we don't know about Vietnam and Bahrain becoming behind closed doors, MotoG losing the Thailand race and Qatar, so we're opening the season in America in a couple of weeks' time. So it's affecting, and it's going to affect us, because at this moment it's unlikely to see the Paris E-Prix actually going ahead. So a lot of talk about that as well in South Korea, because obviously South Korea is the second most infected country, and the health minister there said today that they think they've seen the worst of the coronavirus. They've had confirmed 7,300 cases of the virus and over 50 people have died, but they're hoping that that shouldn't really increase now, and they're hoping that numbers increase very slowly and it begins to drop off. Jakarta, on the other hand, has had doubts because of floods that have been happening in Indonesia. But at the same time, the coronavirus there has only had 19 cases. So it's not high, but people are still seeing that as a race that could be in doubt. So we'll have to see what will happen. So it really and truly, it looks like another 8 to 10 weeks potentially if Paris, Seoul and Jakarta are called off. So another 8 to 10 weeks until we get another FE race, unless Formula E go ahead with their Valencia plan to have a race in a month's time in Valencia, obviously. But in terms of this little coronavirus update, that is pretty much everything. So Rome is cancelled, Valencia is on the table, but Spain have had a massive spike in coronavirus that may spike that plan itself before it even got started. But if you've really enjoyed these little news videos that we've been doing over the last couple of days, please remember to hit that like button. It means so much for us. And if you're really enjoying the content, please do subscribe, and I will see you very soon.